The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
One thing that caught a lot of people's eyes yesterday was after the Novak Djokovic was too good for Alexei Popyrin after his news conference. He let people in on a bit of...
a friend. There's a friend that he visits every year.
A regular friend here in Melbourne.
Yeah, he pops down to the Royal Botanic Gardens to visit this friend. This friend is a tree.
There's one particular tree that I've been having a special relationship with, so to say, in the last 15 years. I got connected with that tree. I just liked it, and I liked its roots and the trunk and branches.
Don't talk about its roots.
And don't say you're having a special relationship with a tree. That's a poor phrase. I know English is his second language, but that's not the right...
Have you seen that movie on Netflix yet, Saltburn?
No, I haven't, but I'm familiar with
Saltburn.
it.
This guy at the end, he's a friend that he was sort of obsessed with, passes away, and he has a special relationship with his fresh grave.
Oh, I think Rex Hunt got caught once having a special relationship in that park. Maybe it's just that park.
No, I heard about Rex Hunt. It was with a blowfish, wasn't it? But, okay, so, all right. I suppose you can have a special relationship with a tree. Do you think is this a celebrity thing, or do you reckon people out there right now, there's a tree in their life
and they like that tree more than any other?
Do you count, a tree, but do you count those plants that people... Because, my wife's obsessed with plants. Obsessed.
Oh, a special relationship with a fiddly fig.
But she's got many. I won't say just one. But
I know people have their favourite plants. They do. Okay. Like some people act like their pets.
But you're saying...
But I'm saying like a tree. I remember in the Gilmore Girls, Natalie, in the Gilmore Girls, when Rory first went to Yale, she found a tree that was perfect for her to lean against, to read a book. And then one day she went there and someone else was sitting in there and she was asked, and then she got a nose put out of joint.
As a dog owner, I would say that if you have picked a special tree that you like to lean up against to read a book, you can guarantee that a dog has peed in that spot because they love to do that. Yeah. Just so you know.
We want to know if this is only a Novak thing. If you are listening right now and you have a special relationship with a tree, right, give us a call. We may get several calls, Shaun.
Yeah, well, Novak's on the line now.
But have you got something to offer anybody?
Yeah, we've got a couple of these to give away. $150 to spend at Autobar Mechanical. Don't lose your cool this summer and save on aircon regas at Autobar Mechanical for just $169. Google Autobar today. So the tree can be like a friend or it could be an enemy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's a relationship with a tree.
It is.
Yeah. Talk to us about your relationship.
Pine cones at you. Just tell us about that tree that you truly love or hate. We don't care.
I liked its roots and the trunk.
Hi, Mitch.
Hey, g'day.
Hey, Mitch.
Okay. Right. Mitch, talk to us about a tree and the relationship you have with it.
Oh, I got a major issue with a certain tree out where we go camping.
Beautiful.
Up in the hills.
Yeah.
I've flipped it with the car on pretty much every part of the car at some stage over the past couple of years. It's a weird little S shape, almost got like a seat built into the side of it, so you never quite see it.
Yes.
From the shape, and just you back the car, nudge the car, and you go, oh no!
You've done it again.
How many times have you had an experience like this with this tree?
Oh, it's got to be close to 10 times now.
You know what I love? Is that the tree's not moving. It's like it's got these feet that come out of nowhere. It's not swivel kicking you. The tree's in the same spot.
Is there a point where you know that the tree's coming up or, after 10 times?
Do you get smarter?
It's where we camp. It's where we camp. It's not even like it's on the track.
From the tree's point of view, you keep trying to run it down with your car. How do you think it feels, Mitch?
Yeah, the worst part is a couple of times it's been on the beers, but majority of the time it's highly sober.
Highly sober.
There's that tree every day going, look at this idiot, I'm going to get him again.
I know. Like, he's hit me so many times, and he acts like I'm jumping in front of him.
Too good. So thanks, Mitch. All right, Ali's in Rockingham. Hi, Ali.
Hi. Good morning, team. This relationship was a hate relationship. It was my husband's grandfather many years ago.
Yep.
His wife, for about 30 years, had planted a tree and he hated it. So as soon as she passed away, he decided he was going to chop it down so that he could flatten his lawn and have a nice and smooth bowling green lawn.
Yeah.
So he decided to chop it down this day, and as he was chopping the tree, he missed the tree and the axe went through his leg.
Oh! The tree fall back.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a magical tree.
He hated that tree.
I thought we were going to get calls of love for trees.
Yes, but no.
But trees seem to be absolute pricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hated that tree.
I got those trees that rip up car parks all the time.
Yes,
Stuff like that. Those businesses.
Sean, loved Ali's story, loved Mitch's story.
What are we going to do about it?
Give them both something.
I'll tell you what, though.
Yes.
They're both in the running to see Taylor Swift in Tokyo. So that's something.
All right. What about $150 to spend at Autobahn Mechanical? Don't lose your cool this summer and save on aircon regas at Autobahn Mechanical for just $169. Google Autobahn today. Let's go on to both of you guys. Mitch and Ali.
We don't have to choose.
No
Beautiful.
worries, Ali.
Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Ali.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Gloving on me, Sean.
Oh, Jack Harlow plays for the Bulldogs, doesn't he?
Was that whip your lovin' on me? Whip or put?
I'm staying out of this part.
No, it's just...
I can only
Might
get
be
in
for the
trouble.
best.
I've never heard the sentence,
Might be
whip
for the
your
best.
lovin' on me.
You know, everybody says that.
Never heard
I'll act it out
Didn't
for
know
you
if it was
later.
a thing. Here we go. That is.
But I ain't no baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby.
Okay, 28.
Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whipsing.
It is. It's whip. It's whip your. It's obviously whip your lovin' on me. Whip your lovin' on me.
Yeah,
Whip your lovin'
on me.
So what? Is that like just give me some lovin' quickly? Like. What?
They're the words. Priya's showing you the words.
Whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me,
I don't think-
baby. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. What? She's 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like a skiller, baby. And then the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains and you can't tie me down. But when you can, whip your lovin' on me, baby.
Spoken
whip your
word.
lovin' on me.
Nathan Morris.
Young J-A-C-K, Acarico, like suave, young
It's hard
Enrique,
to
speaking that
argue this is a better version, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. More of Jack, thanks.
Yeah.
You gonna whip your lovin' on Megan this morning?
This morning?
This weekend?
I'll give it a go.
Because that's what all the young kids are doing.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're happy because it's cool and we've got power.
Yes.
That's good news.
It's always exciting when your hometown makes the news, but this time it's not because I went, oh my God, I thank God I am not there at the moment. Kalgoorlie Boulder reported to be possibly be without power for 7 days. Also, water is a problem too because something happened to the pipeline.
Fuel is a big issue.
There is no fuel. People are having to drive 40 minutes to Kambalda to get fuel.
And then queue, 40 minutes drive, but then queue for hours.
Queue for hours. We thought we'll find out exactly what's happening on the streets in Kalgoorlie. We're crossing live now to Ash. Hi, Ash.
Hi, guys.
Morning, Ash.
Have you got power yet? Is it back on?
We've got power.
Oh, my God. So when did it come back on, Ash?
Oh, I mean, I say that, though, obviously, knowing that some people don't have their power back on yet.
Yeah, so 10,000 homes. 10,000 homes have gotten power back. How long have you been without power?
Wednesday.
So
power went out Wednesday.
Yeah, so
but
2
then
days.
Before, very hot, steamy.
Oh, my
day.
God.
Very, very hot and steamy. What did you have to do to be able to get around living in a world with no power? Because
And you've got
for
kids,
days.
yeah?
Yeah, so I've got 3 kids, and I was like, okay, guys, it's all right. We're going old school. And we're very lucky. We have a pool, which a lot of people in Kalgoorlie do.
Yeah.
So it was like in the pool and then just like lay on the floorboards on your damp towel and just kind of sit there. But it was too hot to really do anything anyways.
At least you had a pool. I mean, like I saw the Oasis pool that they had to close
Because they can't run the filters and stuff, obviously.
Oh, how are you going with petrol? How was that?
Well, we were okay. We had diesel. We had a little bit of unleaded because I'm also a little bit lucky. My husband's an electrician, so he hardwired a generator into the house so that we could have the fridge running.
Oh, nice.
And we had a pedestal fan, but we could only use that at night when it was desperation. Family of 5.
Well, you had to have something to look forward to, Ash.
So, wait, the pedestal fan, did you
we
have...
just have to make it to 6 o'clock and we can turn the fan on.
The pedestal fan, did you have it on rotate so everyone was excited when it went to them?
Yeah, when it went past us, everyone went, and made like a little song.
Hey, Ash, how was people going with getting to work or fulfilling their days work-wise?
too bad. I really do feel for the small businesses, though. It's so hard. I mean, unless you're the BP in Kambalda,
yes.
like, who made an absolute bomb yesterday. I think there was cars lined up for fuel, like a kilometre either side of Kambalda. So that's pretty...
There's no other reason to go to Kambalda, though. So.
Well, thank God. I mean, you said your power's back. They said reported about 10,000 homes in the Goldfields area have their power back. But but
that's not everyone.
It's not everyone. And
no,
this is like so. If you were, because Mum and Dad, they rang Kalgoorlie straight away when they saw the news yesterday, and then they said, "Oh, well, the word on the street is that the power's only going to be out for about 30-something hours." And I was like, "Well, what's the word on the street?"
Their initial text messaging.
Yeah.
Because the power went out a couple of days before that as well.
Yeah.
And so then when it came back on, like, people said their lights were still, like, really dim. It was like everything was operating sort of at half power.
So you got a little bit of power.
Yeah, but then that was only a few people. And then, obviously the big storm through the hills, like, same thing for you guys. I think that sort of moved down and it's taken out I think five transmitters from the Kalgoorlie to Meriden line were all completely obliterated. Then the backup generator went down. So everyone...
Think about it, though.
And 41 degrees yesterday and 40 today. This is extreme weather.
Well, they were saying 7 days. So 40 today, 38 the next day, then goes 41, 41, 39. So if it was 7 days, you've got a pool, and you've got a pool and a generator. The people that don't have a pool and a generator, then where
the old people.
Well, even think about things. Where do you go to charge your phone?
Yeah.
Where do you go to... Like, what do you do during the day? It's just nothing. It's just sitting there with no power and being hot.
The big supermarkets, how do they operate?
I've got to say, Woolworths were great. Coles were closed. Woolies didn't have any of their chilled stuff out. Like, for obvious reasons. They're not allowed to. But their fruit and veg and Woodboss, I mean, they had all their staff there, like, directing people in, just come and grab some stuff. Because obviously, this is not our first rodeo. In Kalgoorlie with the power shortages. So everyone's like, right, we need to go and get our bloody UHT milk, get some bottled water, all that sort of stuff. So everyone just goes into autopilot. But, the guys at Woolies were great. And the IGA, Connor in Somerville in our area was fantastic as well. They have a generator, so people could go get, like, meat, milk, things like that. But, as soon as people heard that it was going to be a week, it was mayhem.
Well, you'd make the decision because you're going to have to be in a situation where you're rationing. You're rationing everything, like water, power, all of it.
Petrol,
the minute it happened, we were like, okay. I was like, right, kids, and because we have a pool, but the filter's not working. No. So I was like,
no peeing in the pool, kids.
The minute we get in, I know, and we get out, I don't know when I can filter it. No one can jump in the pool. You literally sit in it like a buck. If the water goes out, I have to top it up. I can't put any more chlorine into filter.
That's right.
So it's like all
the
this
struggle is real, Ash.
Mindset changes straight away.
Amazing. Well, we're glad that your power is back, and we hope, there are lots in the wheat belt as well who are still down.
Many.
Yeah. Look, stay strong and stay cool, Ash. Thanks for talking to us this morning.
We can now. No, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Ash.
Amazing.
You. Hey, I want to talk about
amazing tale of survival.
I want to talk about this idea of rationing because that's what me and Mum and Dad were talking about last night. It's like, like how much water do you use?
Yes.
Like, you've got to get your food out of the freezer, and then what? And then where are we going to power our phones? Have you ever been in a situation like this where you are like days or weeks on end where you've had to make a plan and ration?
Because the water would get you, Sean, because you love... You drink a lot of water. You're a hydration fiend.
It actually brings me back. There was a camp we did at the Dockers one time where they give you food. You had food straight up, and then you go on this bloody big tour thing, and you're in the bush and whatever. And some people just ate all their food in a second.
Yeah, and then you've got nothing.
They didn't tell you
how long you're going for.
Yeah.
Far out.
I love that.
All right, 1324, tell me what to talk about when you've been forced to ration whatever it is, food, power, water. Someone's going to get something awesome, a Rendezvous Perth Scarborough overnight stay. Check out the Rendezvous Film Club with exclusive club lounge access. Head to rendezvouspScarborough.com.au.
All right, what have you had to ration and how long for?
Kurt's in Byford. Hi, Kurt.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Hey,
wonderful,
buddy. When did you have to ration, mate? What was the story?
Yeah, okay. Look, so I'm originally from South Africa, and most of my family are in South Africa, and they have something called load shedding, which is quite common in South Africa due to electricity and power having to go out nearly 3 to 4 hours of every day, and it's something that they go through on a regular basis. Now, I went to visit family for about 6 weeks last year, and I witnessed this firsthand, but it wasn't just 3 to 4 hours. It actually went out for about 4 or 5 days, and it was incredible.
Whoa.
What had happened was not only did they lose power, but there was no fuel. People were WhatsApping or messaging one another to let one another know where the nearest shop was or where they could actually get food, like bread, your basic necessities like milk and bread and those kind of things. And it was crazy. Most of the time these people were sort of trapped in their homes either because they didn't have fuel, and then the power did come back on after 4 or 5 days, and it lasted for about 3 or 4 hours and then went out for another 2 or 3 days.
So just enough time to charge your phone?
For a second.
Yeah, and look, it's incredible how these guys have to do this, and for me it was such a shock because, as I said, all my family are there, and I hear about load shedding happening.
Yes.
You know, they say, "Oh yeah, we've got load shedding. That's why we couldn't get the message across today. It's been out for 3 or 4 hours." But to actually be there in person and see the power out for up to 5 days, and then them having to struggle. We had family members bring jerry cans of fuel over just so they could get from one place and get to the shops so they could get the stuff that they needed. It was incredible. And
we would
really,
not cope with that because the way we behaved in quarantine when everybody started panic buying milk
when
and the shops weren't even closing.
Toilet paper.
The shops weren't closed.
I was speaking to Mum about it last night. Mum goes, I don't know what. People can just go back to what we did in the old days. I said, Mum, you remember the old days? Anyone younger than you don't. I said,
cool guarding safe,
yeah, because Mum goes, we went days without power. I said, yeah, but a lot of people have never experienced a world without power.
Yeah. And a lot more things rely on it now
you
than
were
then.
born during the Depression.
Yes.
I get it.
Thanks, Kurt. Let's go to Max in Maylands. Hi, Max.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Max.
All right, Maxie. When did you have to ration?
Mine was a few years ago in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm originally from the U.S., and so our rationing was due to power outages from winter storms.
Yeah.
And so it's just a bit different where power would go out for a few days. You had a Jenny, so you'd ration fuel with your neighbors, so depending on who had more fuel in their generators, but you didn't really have to worry about your fridge because you could put stuff out in the snow.
Outside, yes. So it's the opposite problem, but you're freezing to death, right? You need to heat the house, yeah?
Exactly, and then you worry about your pipes bursting because of freezing, so you're trying just to keep the house warm enough not for the pipes to freeze.
Yeah. But how?
Just close your legs.
That's right. Everyone holds a pipe, you know. No, pretty much you'd wrap them in anything you had, so like towels, blankets,
okay, try and keep them warm.
Exposed piping, and then you'd use the generator to do like a few hours of heat, like electric heat for the house, and then turn it off.
So you're wrapping a scarf around the S bend of a sink.
Imagine that. So the power's out. The first thing you could do was go and wrap up all the pipes. Oh my God!
Put a puffer jacket on the laundry taps while you're shivering.
Max, you must be pretty happy to live here where we don't have that issue, right?
I am. It's much nicer to be in the warmth than the cold.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
I think I would rather, with power off for days, I'd rather be in the cold than the warmth because I could put jackets on, but I could not even to have no relief from 40-degree days. That would do my head in.
I think you say that, but that's without without experiencing the extreme cold.
I'm saying with access to many jackets.
I don't know that there's enough jackets.
So you can't shed anything.
You
can put things on, but you can't shed anything.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can put things on to keep warm.
You can run around and open a window and be nude.
I don't think it's good for me. I don't think it's good for anyone. I don't think it's good for the window.
Let's go.
I don't think the wind will like it.
Warren, hello. Warren?
Hi guys, how you going?
Hello, buddy. Okay, talk to us about when you had to ration.
So I'm originally from Melbourne, and in the late 90s, an unfortunate circumstance, but there was an explosion at the gas power plant.
Yeah.
Or the gas plant, I should say, and we went for 2 weeks in the middle of winter without gas. So having to heat water in kettles, have a bath or a shower, cooking on the stovetop, the heater in the house. So, yeah, we had I know people have it a lot worse, but in the middle of winter in Melbourne, it was quite an impact.
That's the old school stuff your mum's talking about. You got the fires going.
But no hot water.
Yeah. When we were in Big Brother,
no hot water.
When we were in the Big Brother house, we had to pay for things like hot water. So and that was your food and your beer money. So we just decided to never have hot water and just have beer.
Yeah, it's lucky it wasn't a Melbourne winter.
Yeah, and that was in Queensland.
Yeah,
but like we were doing the heating up the water and all that sort of stuff, and like You don't, even if you do it daily for 2 weeks, it annoys the crap out of you every time you do it.
Nathan, there's a school over in Melbourne where my oldest son Lachlan's mate went to, Tom, and I don't know if it's Geelong Grammar or one of those.
Geelong Grammar has Timber Top.
Timber
Top. It's Geelong Grammar. But
and they send you to a place like this where to have a shower, you have to start a fire and heat up the boiler.
To teach the rich kids about the realities of life. You know who went there? You know who went there? Prince Charles, back in the day.
Prince Charles. Yeah, but that's back in the day, mate. This is not, 2024.
And they put them on a bus and take them just sort of slightly out of suburb and say, this is how the people out here live.
Yeah, that's right. Look at that, no trees.
No trees.
Amazing. Thanks, Warren. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, Sean.
Everybody's in the running, of course, to go and see Taylor Swift in Tokyo because they got on air with us. Well done.
First person we spoke to was Kurt. He's going to walk away with this over in South Africa, how they do
next level.
Yeah, Rendezvous Perth Scarborough overnight stay. Check out Rendezvous Film Club with exclusive club lounge access. Head to rendezvouspperthscarborough.com.au.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.